That's not a knife. That's a knife. Welcome back, everybody. Faithful EDC here with you today. Today we've got two QSP Penguins and one CRKT Squid. First off here we have the QSP Penguin Mini. This one here was a Jade G10 variation. Mr. Jimmy Crow dyed those scales canary yellow. Really cool looking scales. If you guys have jade or a white color, you can dye these scales. If you are interested, there's a tons of videos out. I've done a video myself on dyeing the G10 or the FRN scales here on the channel. I'll try to remember to link that at the end of the video as well for you guys. But these things are very nice. This little mini QSP Penguin I did not know existed until Mr. Jimmy let me borrow this thing. Very cool. Nice, short, sweet, to the point. Basically anything you could need to use, basically this thing will cover it. I mean, unless you need to get depth out of your cut, that's about the only thing this thing wouldn't do. We do have a nice sheep's foot blade shape running 14C 28N blade steel. You guys know that's one of my favorite budget EDC knife steels. Very cool. We have a liner lock, right or left hand tip up carry, thumb studs for deployment, dual thumb studs, and I really do like how QSP puts their pocket clip inside that G10. So you undo the screws, you slide it out, you slide it back inside of it, so that way when you're putting it in your pocket, you just have these little rounded screws to make through your make it over your jeans or your shorts pocket, so it doesn't get snagged or snugged up, however you want to say that, on your pants or your shorts. Very nice. Does have a lanyard hole. This one here, if I were to use it a little bit more heavier, I would probably need a lanyard. This one here has 3-finger grip, and that's all you're getting. Does have some jimping there on the back. Overall, fairly cool little knife. We had some QSP Penguins a while back on the channel, and I've gotten this one in since we had those Penguins on here. We did like the there was 2 of them that we did, the V2 versus something else, I can't remember. This one here is their newer version. This is the QSP Penguin Glyde lock. Has the crossbar lock action. Very smooth on that Glyde lock. I don't believe this one has any adjustability to it. As far as being able to change tension, I think it's just a one setting, and that setting is very nice. There you see me failed twice to get the thumb studs to move. Whew. Struggling here, guys. This one also has the 14C 28N blade steel, sheep's foot blade shape. Also could call it a Warncliffe probably, since it is a flat blade. This also offers a right or left hand carry. These versions here with the pocket clip, right or left hand tip up carry, they actually have a cutout. So like I mentioned on this one here, you know, you don't have to worry about going over the pocket clip to get in your pocket. Well, this version here, they made some cutouts, and you have a plate there to hide when you're not using it on left-handed or right-handed. So it is, again, flush with the scale. No troubles getting it in or out of the pocket. You do have liners on the inside with machined out work. You can see that right there. You've got 3 holes cut into it. We do have lanyard hole back here. This one also is aluminum foil G10. This is a very cool design pattern. Not sure how they do it, but I enjoy it. Not a huge white fan as far as white knives, but you know, this kind of works. Really do like that G10 with that aluminum foil layering system in it. Very, very nice. Super comfortable to use. This as almost a full 4-finger, basically a 3.5 finger. Again, if I were to use this a little bit more heavy duty, I would probably add a lanyard back there on the back, give me something else to hold on to. It does offer jimping back here on the back, as well as a really nice grippy Glyde lock system there. Super fun, fidgety to use here. Very, very nice. Next one here, we have the CRKT Squid. This is a Burnley design, and as you can tell, it has been lightning anodized. These are aftermarket scales from Flytanium. Jimmy Crow himself swapped out the scales, anodized that titanium, making it lightning anodization. Very, very nice. I would really like to learn how to do that, or at least see how to do that. Very, very cool. Does have yourself a lanyard hole back there. The back here is a steel back plate with a frame lock design. Dual thumb studs, but only a right-hand tip-up carry. So, right-handers, pretty much right-hand pocket only carry on this one. Dual thumb studs, like I mentioned. The only information on steel I can find on this is it says stainless steel, spear point. So you got a spear point with a stainless steel flat grind, basically. Other than that, I can't find out any information on what steel that is, other than it is stainless. So kind of weird that they don't actually spec out the steel. Bead blast finished on the blade there. Pretty cool. Jimmy Crow does some great work here. But yeah, I want to thank Jimmy for allowing me to check these two knives out. And this one here came from one of my viewers over on the Whatnot. He sold it to me and was able to check that out. Price points on these guys, $49.58 for the QSP Penguin Mini. We have $66 on Blade HQ for the QSP Penguin Glyde lock, and then we have $38.95 for the CRKT Squid. Again, that's not going to get you a titanium face or the anodization. So regular, just a steel front and steel back is going to be your $38.95. Get you guys some size comparisons here real quick. These are very, very small knives, and then the Penguin Glyde lock isn't super terrible. That's kind of the regular size pocket knife range there. And there you guys go. What do we got? 2 inches shy of the Sharpie for pretty much both the Squid and the Mini Penguin here. And then roughly about 1 1/8 shy of the Sharpie for the Glyde lock there. Opened here with the Penguin Mini, the Squid, and the Glyde lock. Roughly about 1/8 of an inch longer than a Sharpie, and about 2 inches shy of the number 2 pencil for both the Penguin Mini and the Squid, and you're about, I want to say, about 3/8 of an inch shy of the number 2 pencil on the QSP Penguin Glyde lock. And there it is up against the Paramilitary 2. As far as our size comparisons go, we will go over each one of these measurements here with the handy dandy Milwaukee tape measure. Closed on the Penguin Mini, you're looking at 3 5/16 of an inch. Cutting edge 2 3/16, 2 1/4 inch blade length, and 5.5 inches overall. The Squid here, closed 3.5 inches. Cutting edge 2 5/16 with 2 5/16 as far as the blade length, and roughly 5 11/16 of an inch overall. QSP Penguin Glide Lock closed, 4 1/8. Cutting edge is 2 7/8 with a 3 1/8 inch blade length, and tip to toe you're at 7 1/8 of an inch overall. Let's get you some weights here. I know this is a lot of information to throw at y'all. Apologize for having 3 knives. Just got to get these things reviewed here. We got the Penguin Mini in grams. You're looking at 80.4 grams, 2.83 ounces. The CRKT Squid with the upgraded titanium face, 83.6 grams, 2.94 ounces. And the QSP Penguin Glide Lock here, 88.8 grams and 3.13 ounces. So not terrible. Fairly lightweight for all 3, but again, they're very small knives. If you are interested, I will do my best to link all 3 of these in the description down below. The Penguin Mini, the CRKT Squid, and the Penguin Glide Lock. There we go, guys. Thank you very much for checking this video out. Hope you all enjoyed. Appreciate coming back and watching these videos. Make sure you give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, take care and God bless.